No good deed goes unpunished. Hi, I'm Brenton Begley, attorney and partner with McIntyre Elder Law, and I want to talk about the downsides to gifting, how gifting can actually hurt you. So a lot of folks think that they can give out a certain amount of money per year, okay, and not have to report it. And that's true. Currently, I think the numbers for 2025 are around $19,000 per person per year can be gifted without needing to make a report on your tax return. But that's only for gift tax purposes, which most people don't necessarily have to worry about that much. So just know for gift tax purposes, and this only applies to gift tax, you can give out a certain amount of money per person per year and not have to report it. But gifts can hurt you in other places. Number one, gifts can result in more taxes for your loved ones in the future. If I give away my home right now to try to protect it from, let's say, probate, let's say you've listened to our videos and read our articles, maybe even came to a seminar and you understand how important it is to avoid probate because it's the only opportunity for creditors to come after the estate, then you may want to try to set up assets to avoid probate. What some folks will do is they'll take their home and put it in their kid's name. The logic is, hey, I'm going to give this to my child upon death anyway. I want to avoid probate. If I go ahead and put it in their name now, problem solved. I don't have to pass the asset through probate at my death because it's already in their name. And while that may be true, you may be out of the frying pan into the fire. Because here's the downside of giving away an asset. Okay, I mentioned higher taxes for a loved one. Giving away an asset, you don't get the benefit of eliminating all the built-in capital gain in that home, in this example, if you give it to your children now. If your children inherit the home, all the capital gain that you had in that property is eliminated, so if they turn around and sell it, they don't have a tax bill. But if you give them the home, they wait until you pass away to sell it or sell it during your life, then they're gonna have much higher taxes on the property than if they had inherited it. Giving away the property could result in you losing the property. Obviously someone can sell it out from under you, but if whomever you give it to gets sued, gets divorced, goes bankrupt, or passes away, there goes the property. Okay, so that's another risk of gifting an asset. But one of the main risks that you should be aware of is something called the look-back period. Okay, this is where it's really important to understand gifting and how it matters. So gifting for Medicaid purposes, to qualify for Medicaid, is a big deal. Gifting for Medicaid purposes is considered a transfer of an asset that is non-compensated for its full value. So in English, this is what that means. If I give away a home for $100,000, then that's a $100,000 gift. If someone pays me $1 for the home, it's still a gift as to the difference between what I received and the value of the gift. So $99,999 gift. Okay, so you can't just sell your home for $1 and not call it a gift, because you're still gifting the rest of the value that you weren't compensated for. So why does gifting matter? Well, now that you know the definition of a gift, it's important to be cognizant of what transfers from you to another person may be considered a gift. A gift for Medicaid purposes is something that, generally speaking, we should avoid unless it's part of a strategy, because it triggers something called the look-back period. The look-back period says that if you've transferred assets to a non-spouse, okay, then, and you have not received any compensation or fair market compensation for that asset transfer, then that asset transfer will be counted against you for the next 5 years. So if I try to go qualify for Medicaid to pay for my long-term care, and they see that in the last 5 years I've given away an asset, right, then they can sanction me and not allow me to qualify, not pay out for my long-term care, even if I would otherwise qualify for that benefit. So it's important to not just start gifting as an attempt to protect your money and property. That should be part of an overall strategy, and maybe gifting is not the strategy at all. So if you have questions about gifts, how to make them, whether or not to make them, or how to protect assets and qualify for benefits to pay for long-term care in the future, give us a call, 704-259-7040, or visit our website, mcelderlaw.com, for your free consultation today.